Cheetah Outreach was started many years back in 1997 to promote the survival of the wild cheetah in South Africa. Cheetahs face a lot of challenges. The main threats that they face would be the illegal trade in cheetahs. A lot of animals, unfortunately, are being captured live on the border areas. And then there's also a lot of habitat destruction and conflict with farmers.
Ek is geraarde steenkamp by 'n boerie so in Lepelale, hulle rasgebied en ek boer nou al so 35 jaar. Ek het die afgelope 4 jaar so 35 kalvers, beefmaster stoetkalvers verloor as gevolg van 'n luiperd in die gebied en ons hele omgewing word daar geraak met die luiperds.
Ek boer van 1976 af in Ellisras distrik, wat die afgelope 10 jaar 'n baie ernstige probleem geword het, is die toename in roofdiere op die plase. Jakkalse, rooi katte, bruin hyenas, jagluiperds en luiperds het geweldig toegeneem. Ek het die afgelope 3 jaar gemiddeld so 10 stoetkalvers 'n jaar verloor aan luiperds. Ek het alle pogings aangewend om 'n skadepermit te kry vir die luiperd wat verskeie kere al in my skaapkraal ingespring het en skape gevang het. En het ek 3 keer al na Ellisras se kantoor toe gery en het ek boodskappe gelaat. Ek het uit radeloosheid naderhand 'n hok opgestel direk reg langs my skaapkraal en binne 2 dae het ek 'n luiperd binne in die hok gevang wat ek toe geskiet het.
The Anatolian Shepherd dog can be used as a method of non-lethal predator control. We started a breeding program in 2005. Our Anatolian Shepherd dog program is our most important program in terms of assisting with cheetah conservation. We place these dogs on farms in cheetah areas, mostly up in the border areas with Namibia, Zimbabwe and Botswana. And these dogs are livestock guarding dogs. So they stay with the livestock, they protect the livestock from predators like cheetah and smaller predators. And by doing that, basically remove the need for that farmer to use lethal methods to trap or poison or shoot cheetahs and other predators on his farms. Our field workers that manage our Anatolian Shepherd program work very actively in the farming communities. They assist with a lot of farmer training workshops. They present very often at farmer days, so they're able to get in touch with a lot of farmers that way.
Ek is ek werk vir Cheetah Outreach. Ons het 'n projek wat ons hardloop in die Limpopo provinsie en Noordwes provinsie in die Kalahari, wat ons Anatoliese herdershonde vir boere gee om te probeer om skade te verhoed as gevolg van roofdiere op nie net gewone vee nie, maar op wild ook in Suid-Afrika. En die meeste van hulle bly op plase. Ons kan verstaan dat boere ongemaklik raak met jagluiperds op die plase. Hulle verstaan nie altyd dat jagluiperds nie elke dag vreet nie, dat hulle nie doodmaak nie. Jagluiperds beweeg oor 'n groot gebied. Hulle algemene loopgebiede is so 50.000 hektaar. Dit beteken dat een boer regtig nie altyd al die predasie moet verduur nie. Sonder die boere in Suid-Afrika wat jagluiperds op hulle plase het, kan ons nie jagluiperds bewaar nie. So dis vir ons ontsettend belangrik om daai houding te verander met die boere en om uit ons pad uit te gaan om nie net te preek nie, maar om vir hulle fisiese oplossing te gee uit ons sak uit, wat hulle niks kos vir die eerste jaar nie, om te bewys dat ons daar vir die boere is en dat ons egter vir hulle die predasie kan verminder. En na 'n jaar word die hond dan aan hulle gegee en hulle vir dan totale verantwoordelikheid vir die hond oor.
There is a training sequence that you need to work through in order for the dog to be successful. So they're placed as very young puppies, between 6 and 8 weeks. And especially through the first 6 months or so, they'll gradually be introduced to more members of the herd. They'll move into bigger areas, and our field workers would take the farmers through all those steps and assist them and monitor the dog very closely. And it's not so much training as it is more providing an optimum environment for that dog to be able to develop its natural abilities. And we take that those steps with the farmer, and we assist in all levels of training the dog, monitoring. If there are any behavioral problems, we'll correct those problems. So part of the reason why we've been very successful in the dog program has definitely been the level of support we've provided to the farmers. So with the pilot project we did the very first year, we had such good results that neighbouring farmers saw the work being done on the farms next door, and it was through a lot of word of mouth that the program started to grow significantly. And 10 years later we now have such a long waiting list that we cannot supply the demand of farmers wanting and needing these dogs, and most years now actually we need to buy in puppies from other breeders because our own breeding program cannot supply the amount of dogs needed in those areas. So we've definitely seen more and more farmers testing this method, becoming convinced that there are other ways of dealing with predators. You don't always have to follow the lethal routes. And we've been able to now secure large areas of cheetah-friendly farmland where predators can move freely without being persecuted by farmers.
Ons het Pretorius, ons boer met boerbokke in die Limpopo provinsie. Ons het hele paar jaar groot probleme gehad met roofdiere, baie skape op daai stadium verloor. Ons het die skaapboerdery toe verander na bokke toe, maar selfs met die skape dadelike verandering gesien. Ons het glad nie bokke verloor, skape verloor deur die roofdiere nie. Ons kon self sien een hond het die bokke beskerm, hy is aangeval deur 'n luiperd, maar ons het tot dusver verloor ons bokke deur hartwater, siektes, maar geen roofdiere nie. Ek kan dit definitief aanbeveel.
It's been very successful. We've placed 205 dogs between the beginning of the program and currently, and we've seen amazing results on the farms. On all farms we've seen an average of 98% in reduction in livestock losses. Also on 91% of all the farms we've seen complete elimination of livestock losses, and more than that we've seen really attitude change among the farmers. They're very bonded with these dogs. They constantly send updates on what the dogs are doing, tell us about their favorite toys and little behaviors they've done. Some of them have done amazing work on the farms in terms of being heroes and chasing away predators and protecting their livestock, and some even unfortunately had to fight to the death, but we even had cases like that. So they really are the dogs of war. They're out there and they're working day and night, and they're helping to save the wild cheetah.